Local productions seen on Delta College Public Media are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the 28th season of Dateline Delta. I'm Marcia Thomas, Chair of the Delta College Board of Trustees. On today's show, we'll listen to an inspirational message from the President at the kickoff of Delta's new academic school year and hear how Delta's reigning district champions, the women's soccer team, is doing this year. Next, we will preview two events coming to Delta's campus. And with the November election quickly approaching, we will see how Delta College is getting the students involved in democracy. To wrap up today's program, we'll witness the annual physical therapy assistant color run and meet Delta College's newest vice president.
What's the description for horn blend?
I'll come around and make sure you're all set up. Okay.
All right, so we're going to do a side-to-side anastomosis.
Associate in Arts.
Delta College begins each school year with a State of the College address by its president to faculty and staff members. Each message contains success stories of last year and challenges that this year brings. Let's listen in to excerpts from this inspirational message.
First of all, thank you all for being here. I was in line over there and someone said it's such a great turnout, and I said, well, I think everyone's required to be here, so thank you. You'll hear today, I want to sort of frame today with almost a good mantra for the year, which is you'll see in some of the data I'm going to show that we are doing an excellent job. At Delta, we have been on a 3-year, this is year number 4, journey that is consistent. We're about increasing completion numbers and percent without any opportunity gaps. That defines excellence to me. We exist in a region that is not very high in terms of degree attainment. So you can see that the goal for Michigan is pretty high, 60% degree attainment by 2030. And I'm pleased to tell you, we are doing our part. In 1 year, last year, we increased our completion rate by 8%. Percent, meaning how many students started 3 years ago, that's this one, just to break it down. How many started 3 years ago and attained their degree? 25.9%. In terms of equity, we still have work to do. So we have done very well in terms of our decreasing the opportunity gaps among especially African American students and Hispanic students, significantly better. In fact, this will tell you 18.8 more Hispanic students and 35.4% more year over year students have graduated with a degree. That's not insignificant, but the rate, we still have work to do. Retention rate for this year is up 2%, which is also a huge increase. Usually, again, you go up 1%. So again, we're doing excellent work. Enrollment, we're looking excellent in again. This is a fancy way of showing in the light green here. If we just continue on the path that we've been on for winter enrollment, we'll be well over what we budgeted for and well over what we should be for our students' needs. We have a new agreement with SVSU, which is a huge, huge deal because it has laid the groundwork for cleaner transfer for students. The other thing that we've done is to create a 3+1 agreement with CMU. I will tell you, in the workforce area, we have 3 major industries that are working really fast in the area. Healthcare is always going to be one of those. We've done some significant work with Covenant over the last semester through Dr. Curry and Ed Suniga's office, as well as the faculty and staff in there. And you see here HSC and SK Siltron. I would just call that advanced manufacturing as an industry. And we also have IT and engineering, which are sort of coming up. Our program is so good, right? We have about 200 students a year on the wait list. So what we've done is 2 things in the last year to think about, again, where our students are and creating pathways for them instead of just creating pathways. One is that we created our first weekend cohort for nursing to start this fall, which is a big deal. It filled immediately. That allows, for equity purposes, allows a different kind of student, but it also starts to get some of those students off the wait list. And then the second thing we've done is we've created some pathways and transfer agreements with Davenport right now, but we're going to look further. You probably know that our observatory just opened up. The reason I bring this up is, first of all, I think it's fantastic. It's great for the notion of seeing our place in the world, but it's also a great tool for the classroom in terms of astronomy. Our Higher Learning Commission finding was A+, right? No findings. Some recommendations, yep. There were a lot of you involved with that, so thank you. We also, because of the work that we have been doing, have received 3 national awards, and we're going to have a little celebration internally Friday the 13th, just informal get-together to say thank you for all the work that you've been doing.
The Delta College women's soccer team nearly won it all last season as the national runners-up. They kicked this season off with some impressive wins.
Come on, take away the line.
Every year we have pretty much half of a new team coming in. This year we have more freshmen than we've had in the last few years. So we have quite a few freshmen. And sophomores, though, that are back have a lot of experience. Being in the national championship game last year has caused them to be able to know what's going on before it actually happens, and it actually helps out our freshmen quite a bit. We're partially halfway through our season. We will hopefully be in the national tournament in November. You know, I kind of knew coming in that we were going to have some talent coming in, but every year it's just how well they gel. And so far this team has done a fantastic job of getting to know each other and playing for each other and taking what we're teaching them and putting it on the field. First and foremost, the number one quality I look for in a player is, are they a good person? And if they're a good person, then they're going to be a good teammate. And that goes a long ways, especially when you go into the tournament. Secondly, then, of course, is, are they a good soccer player? And if they have both those things, then they're a great fit for Delta College. It's not a one-man band. I have a number of assistants that help me run sessions, and they're a great sounding board for games and practices and you know, to talk soccer, and each of them brings something different to the team, and it actually helps make the practices fun because there's a different voice every time, and they all have a wealth of knowledge, which is great for our kids. The expectations I have for this year is we just try to be the best version of ourselves. Our goal, the girls will always tell you that the goal is to get to the national tournament, and just to get there is the big thing, but it's not easy when you get there, and you have to have some luck and you have to have some skill, and anything can happen when you're there. We have a great group of girls. They're fantastic soccer players, even better people. I encourage you to come out and see one of their games. You'll really, truly enjoy when you get here.
You say, but we're coming hard! Who's getting wide?
Delta College's President's Speaker Series has hosted many noted and influential speakers over the years, and the next speaker, Lawrence Lessig, will be no exception. To learn more about our next guest, we spoke with Kim Klein, Professor of Political Science.
The President's Speaker Series has a rich history at Delta College. Our founder, Nancy Vader McCormick, envisioned a program that would expand the experiences for students. And by doing so, we bring in change agents that are identifying key issues or topics of the time and addressing that with our student population and community population as well. Over the years, we have had a diverse group of speakers, including astronauts, athletes, lawmakers. And ideally, what we try to do when it's an election cycle is bring a panel in or a single speaker in that can speak to the conditions of what we're facing in this particular election. Dr. Lawrence Lessig is our fall speaker. In his discussion, he will be addressing the threats that we might expect in the 2024 election and reflect on the nature of the challenges created by our unique and increasingly troubled electoral college system. I would like to welcome everyone to campus on Tuesday, October 22nd in the Delta College Lecture Theater at 10 a.m. We are super excited about this event, and it's open to the general public, and we sure hope to see you there.
Delta College Public Media is teaming up with the Frankenmuth Conservation Club and Chef Dixie Dave to give you a night of fun and great taste at the annual Wild Game Dinner. To hear more about this popular event, we talked to Gwen Service, Broadcasting Development Coordinator.
Station-sponsored community events are just one of the ways we raise funds to help cover the costs for our programs here at Delta College Public Media. We are very excited about our upcoming community event. On Monday, October 21st, we will host our Wild Game fundraising dinner at the Frankenmuth Conservation Club. For a contribution of $100 per person, you'll experience a one-of-a-kind wild game menu prepared by Chef Dixie Dave that includes rabbit ravioli, pheasant marcella, Cajun boar, smoked elk sausage with sauerkraut, and much more. Special guests Jimmy Gretzinger and Jenny Silak from Michigan Out of Doors, as well as Kyle Randall from Wilderness Journal will be attending. A raffle, 50-50 drawing, and silent auction will take place, along with great live music provided by Chris Pepper. All of the money raised from this event will help us secure the funding needed to keep your favorite outdoor programs on Delta College Public Media. So join us for a great evening of food and fun at the Frankenmuth Conservation Club on October 21st. For more information, visit deltapublicmedia.org or call 877-472-7677.
With the 2024 presidential election just a few weeks away, Delta College has been educating and informing its students about the importance of participation in democracy. To learn more, we talk with Lessig Laurison, Professor of Political Science and co-campus coordinator of the Democracy Commitment at Delta College.
Democracy is everything. I mean, if we lose our democracy, we lose the freedom to shape the world in which we live, right? Democracy gives us the privilege of being co-creators in the kind of society in which we want to live. And we here at Delta College believe that our students' voices are essential to building the kind of community that's going to take us into the future and become the kind of world that we want to live in. We have a team here at Delta going back to 2011 that's comprised of faculty and staff across the entire college, and we very intentionally plan and dream for how we can engage our students in our democracy and communicate to them that their voices matter. If students are going to vote, of course they have to be registered, and to that end we have efforts to get students registered through voter registration drives at the main campus, the Midland Center, and the Saginaw Center. Of course, at those tables where students are invited to register, they can also pledge to vote. They can tell us why they vote. They can find their voting location and other important voting information to be prepared on Election Day. We also have an election engagement week planned the week before the election, and we'll have all kinds of activities and, again, voter information available for students so that they can not just show up on Election Day but be empowered with information. You know, we know that when students are more confident that they have credible information upon which to base their voting decisions, that they're more likely to show up. Due to ballot initiatives passed by Michigan voters over the last few election cycles, we have many ways that Michiganders can both register to vote as well as cast their ballot in the election. We have online voter registration now. You can go to the Michigan Secretary of State's website, michigan.gov/vote. That's an excellent resource for also finding your voting location and viewing a sample ballot if you want to be prepared for, you know, what to expect on your specific ballot on Election Day. You know, our democracy depends on participation of the citizens, and the more voices that are heard in elections, the more people that our elected officials have to listen to, and the more voices that get represented in our state capitol in Washington, D.C. And so let's do our part to contribute to the health and vitality of our democracy and show up on election day.
Delta College's Physical Therapy Assistant Program continues to produce qualified individuals for employment throughout Michigan and the nation. A fundraiser for the PTA students to help pay for the state board exams is their annual 5K color run. To hear more about this worthwhile endeavor, we spoke with Chris Hosbett, professor for the PTA program.
Our physical therapist assistant program here at Delta has been in existence for over 50 years. We are actually the second oldest program in the state of Michigan. We accept 20 students every year in the fall. Currently have about 15 or so graduate each year out into the workforce. Most stay here in mid-Michigan. Some do travel around the country, out of state. PTA in the field will assist the physical therapist with helping the patients to reach their functional goals. That could be reduced pain, it could be get back to doing things for work or leisure, fun, things like that. So a physical therapist assistant gets to be hands-on with the patient, helping them reach their maximum potential and their goals. So the PTA program is an associate's degree program, Associate in Applied Science. That's the minimum degree that a PTA has to earn. There are a few bachelor degree programs in existence in the US, but there's really not a great benefit to going on and getting a bachelor's degree for the PTA. The associate's degree is an entry level for the PTA. They can go on and have a wonderful career and make a livable wage with their associate's degree. The students, when they graduate from our program, have to take a national licensure exam. So this is an exam they take hopefully one time, pass on the first attempt, and then they can work anywhere in the continental United States or Hawaii or Alaska. This exam is costly. It's $500 alone just to take the exam one time, and there are lots of associated fees. So when they add everything up, it's almost $1,000 for the student that they have to pay out of pocket. One of the ways that we help to offset that cost is through fundraising throughout the whole 2-year program. And a big fundraiser the students do each year is a color walk run for families and community members. This run was the 7th annual color run. So this year we had over 120 people register for the color run. It was a beautiful day. It was one of our highest record turnouts actually. And we partnered with the Dental Hygiene Club this year for the 2nd year. And this event hits all the boxes. It helps them to raise money, it gives back to the community, it's fun for all, and it really helps to promote health and wellness, which both professions are all about. The event was fantastic. We had really good weather. It was a little chilly, but actually that made for a perfect day for people walking and running. We had kids, we had people pulling wagons, we had little kids on shoulders. Color was everywhere. It was just a wonderful day all around. Students had fun, participants had fun. We look forward to doing it again next year. If you or anyone you know is interested in learning more about the PTA program, please contact myself, Christopher Hausbeck, the program coordinator, and I'd love to meet with you and talk with you about becoming a PTA.
Delta College recently welcomed Shelly Raube as Delta's new Vice President of Student Empowerment and Success. Leanne Govitz, Director of Marketing and Media Relations, had the opportunity to sit down with this longtime Delta College employee.
Welcome to Dateline Delta, Shelly.
Thank you.
Can you please tell us a little about your career and educational background?
Sure. I went to Carthage College where I earned my Bachelor's of Arts, and then I went on to Illinois State University where I got my Master's in Science with emphasis in exercise science. From there, I moved to the Saginaw Bay area in 1999, started at Delta in 2008 as the athletic trainer. I had the opportunity to serve Delta as the athletic director for 7 years. In 2018, I became the Associate Dean of Retention. I then had the opportunity to serve as the Dean of Students starting in 2021, and now I'm the Vice President of Student Empowerment and Success. And I think the thing that ties that all together is that I've always been very student-centric in all these opportunities I've had to serve.
So I know fall is underway. Tell us about enrollment.
We're doing really well. Our enrollment is above projections, around 11% as I checked this morning, and it's really awesome to see. We had a higher number to hit this year, and our team has served our students well, and we have a great enrollment for fall.
What do you attribute some of that great enrollment to?
I think there's several things. First and foremost, I think the state, with some of their state scholarship programs, has really helped that. We have the Community College Guarantee, which allows all graduating high school seniors to earn a college education for free, essentially. And so we've had a lot of students just change their mind at the last minute and come to Delta this fall instead of going to the college or university they had planned. In addition to the expansion of the Reconnect grant, that has helped students 21 to 24 earn an education. We've also had a big focus on retention, specifically with our first-time enrolled students. So that was an effort we really put a lot of emphasis on this past year. And we always strive on getting better. I think what I mean by that is, you know, for every student we serve, there's still another student that doesn't know who to ask. And so we put a lot of effort in getting better every single day. And what does that look like? Looking at our processes, procedures, and making sure we serve our students, that they feel they have a sense of belonging for us or for the college. And so that's what we've been focusing on. And I think that's all attributed to the growth we've seen.
Are there any other trends you're seeing in the area or at Delta?
I think dual enrollment in early middle college, we're really seeing an increase that keeps growing every single year. And so it's really giving access to our high school students to earn at least one college credit. In addition, based on the Reconnect grant that the state has, we see more non-traditional students, adult students coming to school, which is fantastic. More of our students are working, some full-time, some part-time. And you know, we also see just more students taking online classes because it suits their schedule better. It might not be the best option for them, but our students do like we're seeing a continued trend with the online courses.
And as the new VP, what's on your to-do list for the upcoming academic year?
Well, anybody who knows me a lot is on my to-do list, but I think the biggest things for me is anything that's going to empower students and ensure that our staff have a sense of value for everything that they give. But first and foremost is really making sure the structure of SES is where it needs to be to make sure we do everything we can for our students. Also developing a strategic enrollment plan to make sure it aligns with our institutional goals in order for us to optimize recruitment, retention, and completion so Delta can see a continued growth in our enrollment. And then lastly, really continue to build upon the partnerships we already have to support the students' non-academic needs through the community partnerships with United Way and Michigan Works. What others can we have that will support our students to be successful in their classes?
Tell us, what's one of your favorite things about Delta College?
You know, I would have to say the people. I absolutely love coming to work every single day. It's our colleagues that I get to work alongside with or lead is just an opportunity to have the challenging conversations to move us ahead. It's like a second family, and I absolutely love coming to work, you know, for those that I get to lead in and for those that I get to interact with every single day.
If you had to point to one thing that the community doesn't know about Delta College, maybe a hidden secret about Delta College, what would that be?
Besides our education is the best, I think, in the area, I think the thing that most of our community doesn't understand is the resources that we have for them. I think we have students out there today that are thinking they can't come to Delta and get a degree because they may have childcare issues. They may not have transportation. They might be facing some other need that they don't realize that we have some options that can support them. You know, the college does a lot of work on trying to find grants that might be able to help us support students, and I think the resources that we currently have available for mental health, for transportation, the grade advising, the tutoring, I don't think our community understands all the resources we have in place that can guide them and help them to earn that education that they want, that they might not think is in reach because of some of the non-academic needs they might have. And so I think that's the thing that I would like our community to know, that we are here for them and we will support them through their journey.
Well, that concludes our time. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today and for all you do for students. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Leanne.
I want to thank Shelly and her longtime commitment to Delta College. Now, let's see what's on the Dateline Delta calendar of events.
The Delta College Planetarium is hosting a series of shows during the month of October. For more information about these shows and events happening at the planetarium, visit their website at delta.edu/planetarium. Delta College is hosting a transfer student fair on Monday, October 21st from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Over 40 college and university transfer representatives will be on campus. The event is happening in the north and west main hallways. Delta College is hosting the Great Lakes Bay Job Fair on Thursday, October 24th from 1 to 3 p.m. The event is open to all job seekers and the general public and is happening in the Pioneer Gym. For further information on these events or other campus activities, contact the Office of Marketing and Public Information at 989-686-9490 or visit our website at www.delta.edu.
Well, that wraps up our show. Please join us again on October 27th when we highlight what's happening here at Delta College, one of America's leading community colleges. Now, I leave you with the sights and sounds of Delta College. For Dateline Delta, I'm Marsha Thomas. Thanks for watching.
I'm afraid to see what I look like.
Yours like sprayed.
Local productions seen on Delta College Public Media are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to click that bell icon to stay notified when we upload new content. Videos like this are only possible because of viewers like you. To help support this channel, click on the link in the description below. We'll see you next time.